Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Whoever pissed DJ Vladtv off in the last few years, I'm not gonna lie. He coming and he stepping hard, ain't he? He acting crazy, ain't he? So y'all know Boosie have been talking crazy about Vlad. Boosie been talking crazy about everybody. Boosie think that the podcast need him. He don't need no podcast and all that stupid shit he been talking about for the last few weeks to a month, right? So Vladtv actually reacts and responds to Boosie, who tried to expose Sean Cotton from Shay Cheese TV for trying to pay him $15,000. And of course, Boosie denied it because Boosie is the richest man alive and he's too good for $15,000.
Recently, Sean Cotton of Say Cheese and Boosie have been going back and forth online, and it was about Boosie doing interviews with me, so I figured I would chime in.
I ain't trying to tell Boosie what he should and shouldn't have did, but he's gonna miss out on hundreds of thousands. Vlad's gonna make hundreds of thousands. Over $10,000, over $5,000 difference. Disagreement.
Sean Cotton, actually you're wrong, bro. I'm not gonna take no losses not fucking with Vlad, bro. You're wrong, bro. You're wrong, bro. That 25,000 5-6 times a year, bro, I make that in a weekend, bro.
Now, first of all, we already talked about this, but Boosie is
Weirdo.
Boosie is delusional. He's starting to look a little slow, I'm not gonna lie to you, because when he was on the Breakfast Club about a year or two ago, he said, yeah, I can make $500,000 a year doing Vladtv. I don't gotta do all these shows no more. I ain't gotta rap like that no more. I can make $500,000 a year doing Vladtv. Turns out you was never making $500,000 a year. You was maybe making $200,000, which is still a great amount of money. $200,000 to sit down in your house. You in your crib anyway. You sitting in your house talking and you get $25,000 for an hour interview? Like, why would I say no to that? That's just stupid. Straight up stupid. Now, the first thing he said was, you're wrong. I'm not going to take no losses not fucking with Vlad. What don't you understand about, okay, let's say you make $2-3 million a year doing your shows, doing your rapping. That $2-3 million could have easily been $3.5 million if you would have got the money from Vlad. So regardless of what you want to say and how it sounds or how you feel, bro, you're missing out on money. You're taking a loss. You are negative. You're probably going to make less this year than you did last year simply because you're not doing this Vladtv interview, bro. Now, I'm going to let you know something. Them Vladtv interviews was pushing your name out there, bro. They was getting, you don't understand how that was making you viral. The interviews were making you viral. And it's to the point where you are fucking up all relationships with anybody that could interview you at this point. But we're going to let Boosie keep talking his dumb shit. Let's keep listening.
That's 6 weekends in a row, bro. I don't need a podcast to be successful, bro. Like, I expect you to take his side because, nigga, you're a podcaster. But I think the real reason is you reached out to me last week trying to get an interview. And I told you no, bro. Like, you got to take that on the chin, bro. Like, don't go on the thing billing shit about me and how you feel about me. I mean, nigga, if you wanted an interview, you could pay for an interview, nigga.
So that's pretty much what he said. I don't think Sean Cotton is mad because what Boosie doesn't understand is, okay, like, for example, the club promoter is always going to outlast the artist, right? The show promoter is always going to outlast the artist because if you, as an artist, if you blow up and then fall off, that club promoter, that show promoter is still going to be able to book new and other artists. The same thing applies for Vladtv, Sean Cotton, No Jumper, etc. If you don't go on Vladtv, do you know how much money? Vlad just got 15,000 views in an hour. That's $150. The video just went up. It's 12 noon, bro. The video just went up. He's probably going to just sit down talking about this for 10, 15 minutes about you. He's probably going to make $2,000, $3,000 off of this one video. Then he's going to talk about it with another person, and he's going to talk about this shit for the rest of the year. He's probably going to make, like Sean Cotton said, he's going to make an extra $500,000 from it. So it's like now he don't got to pay Boosie. He making more money off Boosie than he was when he was paying Boosie. Plus everything is profit. So it's like, what you don't understand, bro, is these podcasters don't need you. They don't. Because it's always going to be somebody viral. It's always going to be a celebrity. It's always going to be a content creator that would love to get on Vladtv for free and promote their album, promote their clothing line, promote their YouTube channel. Like, you delusional, Boosie. I don't think Boosie understands because Boosie don't make no content money. See, if Boosie was making money off, I make money off content, so I can tell you. You feel me? Vlad is going to talk about this shit for the next few years, and he gonna make well over 500,000 off of it. But this is what Vlad had to say about that, since he kind of like in the middle of the whole situation.
So let's start with the 15,000. Now, Boosie said that he knows how much he's worth and he refuses to do interviews for 15,000. In fact, if you remember, I was paying him 25,000 and he wanted 40,000. But he would go as low as 35,000, which I turned down, which caused the split between me and Boosie. So at this point, Boosie's being offered 15,000. So let's talk about the whole worth thing. Now, people love to say that nobody could tell them how much they're worth. But in business, that's not really the reality.
I know you're enjoying the video, but by the time I was 23, I made $1 million off of YouTube. I'm teaching everybody how to do it. I'm teaching you how to develop your own character, how to upload, how to edit, how the YouTube algorithm works, every secret that you need to actually be successful on YouTube. I'm not talking about no BS. Oh, you better post at 4 o'clock and then 3 o'clock and then clap your hands twice and hit you. No, none of that. If you want a real step-by-step, real guide for a low price ski, for me to actually teach you how to become a YouTuber and create multiple channels and make millions of dollars from it, click the link in the description. It's only $150, but you can get 20% off right now if you use the code MACMULA. So use the code MACMULA when you check out, or you can get it for $120 instead of $150. $150 will change your life. So you need to just click the link in the description and just change your life, bro. It's literally that simple. I'm guiding you through it. Even a toddler can follow them steps and get $1 million off of it. So what the f are you waiting for? I'm gonna be honest. Vlad is right. In life, that's not really the reality. Because you could come out, I could take this lighter and I could say, this lighter is worth $10,000. You're not gonna tell me how much this lighter is worth. This is my lighter. I'm the one who sells this lighter. Okay, but if nobody buys the fucking lighter for $10,000, that means it ain't worth $10,000. That's not how life works. That ain't how business works. You're worth what somebody is willing to pay you. So I don't give a fuck what you feel like you worth. If nobody is willing to pay you that, you ain't worth shit. You understand what I'm saying? Perfect example. You could buy a car for $200,000 and you can do all the upgrades, all the modifications to it, and you could fall in love with that car and you could feel like that car is worth $1 million. But if nobody on this earth is willing to give your ass $1 million, that car ain't worth $1 million. You're only worth what somebody is willing to pay. So if Say Cheese is only willing to pay you $15,000, nigga, that's what you worth. I don't give a fuck what you feel like. It don't matter what you feel like, bro. You worth what we're willing to pay. Period. And if nobody is willing to pay that, you have two choices. Either to get no money, which is taking, I don't give a fuck how you feel, that's taking a loss, bro. If you had a bag over here that you are no longer getting, you are taking a loss. You are making less money now. Period. Or maybe you making that money up with shows, but bro, you're doing more work with shows. You gotta travel, you gotta get dressed, you gotta pay for security. You gotta go to a hotel, you gotta check in, you gotta fly, you gotta be at the airport, you gotta wait for the airport, you gotta do all this. Bro, you was making $200,000+ a year sitting in your house. So you're not about to tell me that even if you can make an extra $200,000 doing shows, you're not about to tell me you're not missing that 200, that 300, that 400, or that 500,000 that you claim you can make on Vladtv. You're not about to tell me you're not missing that. Sitting in your house? Because I know ain't nobody watched that Patreon shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody did. That's okay, Boosie. What I would have did if I was Boosie is I would have used Vladtv to launch my own platform. I would have collaborated with Vlad. We would have did podcasts on his platform and podcasts on my platform. and I would have used my relationships to build my own platform first before I said I ain't doing interviews with y'all no more. You see what I'm saying? And then after I had my own platform, I would have still did interviews. That's like basically what you saying is, yeah, I'm not gonna do no features with no other rappers. I'm gonna just do my own shit. Like, that don't make no sense, bro. There's nothing wrong with collaborating.
The reality is you don't determine your own worth. The market does.
I offered Boosie $15,000 yesterday. He turned it down. And I think a lot of that is because of ego and pride. He recently said that, you know, I don't need podcasters. Podcasters need me. And I feel like he got to live on that.
This is not like doing shows. Boosie can get an offer from, let's say, Alabama, and they offer him $10,000. He says, well, that's too low. I want more money. He's got 100 other promoters in a bunch of other cities, especially in the South, that might offer him $20,000. So he has a lot of options. But in this space, there are not a lot of options. There's only so many podcasts. And when you look at the podcast, Vladtv has the most subscribers, so we're going to be able to offer the most. When it goes into the secondary level, people that have less followers, less subscribers, I'm not saying the quality or the content is any better or worse, but they're going to have a hard time trying to make that money back. So therefore, the rate just went down to $15,000.
One thing I don't understand about this too is Boosie is 43 years. I'm looking right now. He's 43 years old. He'll be 44 on November 14th this year. Who wants to continue to travel and lead their kids and not be with their family and travel every weekend and go to this and go to that and this club gets shot up and this club have an accident, pay for security? Who wants to do that until they 50, 60, 70 years old? Don't nobody want to do that. If I was Boosie, like I said, I would be building up my own social media platforms so that eventually later I can sit at my damn house, bro. Because I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if he was making $30,000 a year. That's $30,000. I'm sitting at my own house talking bullshit on camera like I was gonna do anyway. Why would I not go pick up that $30,000? Why would I not? Why would I leave that $30,000 on the table or that $200,000, $400,000? Every year, year over year over year over year over year. So you gonna basically ruin your relationship with somebody who was paying you hundreds of thousands a year to sit at your house and talk shit. You're gonna ruin your business relationship with that person over what? An extra $10,000 per fucking interview? Because you just woke up one day and you feel like you should get paid more. Really, I don't even think it's none of that. I think Boosie's such a wannabe street nigga type dude. I think he just mad that he heard what 6ix9ine got paid, and he said, man, I ain't finna be getting half of that. He gonna have to pay me at least 35. If the snitch can get 50, I'm gonna get 30. I think that's what Boosie thinking. And I think it's just all pride and ego. I don't think it's because me personally, gang, you could offer me 5. I can have unless I got 100 million, and even if I got 100 million, if I'm sitting in my damn bed with my wife, sitting here playing cards or playing a game, doing something just regular in my house, and somebody called me, hello, Mr. Mac Mula, Vladtv has an extra $10,000 for you. He just needs an hour conversation. Cool, no problem, bet. Hey, assistant, what can I promote during this Vladtv interview? Oh, we got the clothing line. When is that dropping? Next Friday? Okay, cool. Hey, can you tell Vladtv to drop this interview on Thursday, the day before my clothing line drops, so that way I can just have some promotion? You can? Okay, perfect. Yeah, just spark up the interview. Yeah, I'm ready whenever you guys are. Like, I'm not about to turn down no extra $25,000 for an hour to sit down if I'm at the crib anyway. I ain't doing shit.
The way I'm doing my interviews right now, man, my 300 years from now, I'm gonna be getting paid off them, bro.
So 300 years from now, people still gonna be buying your Patreon and watching your bullshit ass interview that one of your kids interviewed you talking about some bullshit. Come on, boo. Like, what world are you living in?
Every time somebody posts, it's monetized, bro. It's monetized, bro. My grandchildren gonna make money off it, bro. It's monetized, bro.
Do you think that 300 years from now, in the year 2326, somebody's gonna pay $6 to hear Boosie talk about Young Thug snitching or not?
Absolutely fucking not, bro. He's just making up shit and trying to cope with the fact that he's losing out on money and he looked kind of slow. And instead of being like, all right, y'all right, whatever, come on, just give me the 30. Just give me the 30,000. Come on. Instead of just being, I was tripping. He can't say, I was tripping. No. If you notice, he's never ever backtracked on nothing he said. He always stood on the dumb shit that he said. You've never seen him backtrack at all. So I'm not really gonna say I'm surprised. For real, I'm not surprised at all. But it just go to show, like, what the fuck are you talking about, Boosie? Nobody's paying $6 for your Patreon to watch.
What?
Nobody's doing that, Boosie. You know why? Because I can go on Google and I can type in Boosie Patreon interview and somebody's already screen recorded it for the whole world to see. You're not going to get paid off of it just because you own the content. It's something called fair use. It's something called clips. Every time somebody take a clip from, you're not going to get paid off of that. What's wrong with you, bro? That's like saying you're going to get paid off a bootleg movie. Nigga, no, you're not.
Do you think that's actually accurate? Do you think that 300 days from now, someone's going to buy that podcast for $6? Honestly, Boosie will be lucky, as the rest of us, if someone cares 300 hours from now. The first interview got about 100 likes.
Now, this is exactly, before Vlad said something, I was looking this up. I want y'all to see this. I was looking it up and I was about to put it on the screen for y'all to see. So, on Patreon, you can join his membership, right? Look at y'all. Look, let's see. Let's show you. You can join it for free. Y'all can't see. You can join it for free. And there's 2.6 thousand members on here that joined for free. Okay? So even if we cut that in half, and that's being generous, you made maybe $3,000-$4,000 off of this at the most, and it's probably, trust me, it's probably a lot less than that. He has 100 likes on his first interview, and he has about 90 comments. So let's just say 100 people spent $6. That's about $600. Now, obviously, everybody who buys it is not going to like it. So let's just say that triple the amount of people who bought it, only 33% of them liked it. So let's say he got 300 sales on this. Simple fucking math will show you that 300 times $6 is $1,800? But you gonna make money off of it for the rest of your life, huh, Boosie? For 300 years, your grandchildren go eat off this interview. You notice he ain't dropped another interview. It's been a whole month. The nigga ain't dropped another interview yet. I wonder why. Because Boosie, if you that type of person, if you the type of person that can sit in your bullshit room and talk for an hour on Patreon, and you can make the same amount of money you was making off Vladtv, why you ain't drop another one then? Shit, if that was the case, you would be vlogging. You would have this going on, that Patreon lives. You'll have a whole content infrastructure on Patreon if you was really making money off of it. Just like with Vlad, you kept coming back every month, every other month. You kept coming back. Bro, it's been a month. Where's the other interviews at? I can guarantee you this. I would bet money that you will probably never see another interview on Patreon from Boosie. And the reason for that is he know damn well he ain't make no money off that. He know damn well he ain't make, and he probably felt stupid as hell the whole time. Whole time he uploaded it. He got it uploaded, did it all, looked and said, damn, I made $2,000 off of it. I ain't doing that shit no more, fuck it. But I'm finna get on the internet. I don't need podcasts. Podcasts need me. Yeah, okay.
Weirdo. The second interview got about 20 likes. That does not seem like a lot of people bought this interview. Boosie says, I don't need to do podcasts because I'm making so much show money. But the reality is, the podcast never interfered with the show money. Every single time I did a Boosie interview over the course of 10 years, it was on days that Boosie did not have a show.
Of course it was. Because how the fuck am I going to do an interview if I got a show later? I'm only going to do an interview when I'm at the house, not doing nothing, ain't nothing else on my schedule. I'm chilling. You could prop this camera up real quick. I can make my little 25,000 and I can take my ass home somewhere. You feel me? So it doesn't make no sense. I feel like he just jumped the gun. He got in his feelings. He jumped the gun and now it's so far gone and he got so much pride and ego to the point where he don't want to revert back. You feel me? He don't want to be like, hey y'all, I was tripping. This some bullshit. Because Vlad made a good point. You had to pay a camera crew. You probably had to pay somebody to edit the damn interview. And if you didn't pay for a camera crew or somebody to edit, you got a bullshit ass interview. Because I don't think Boosie don't know nothing about lighting and cameras and editing and none of that. Obviously, it don't seem like he do. So you probably had to pay, let's say you paid $500 to $1,000. You probably made $500 profit from them bullshit ass interviews. Because ain't nobody buying that shit, Boosie. The problem is you think you bigger than the program. Nobody is bigger than the program, Boosie. You're not excluded. Nobody is bigger than the program. And I promise you, no matter what you think, you're not about to be making no $100,000 every weekend for the rest of your life. But you can damn sure sit down and talk shit for the rest of your life. You can be 98 years old in a wheelchair and still talk shit on the podcast. So you investing in something that's not, you investing your time, your resources, your money, your energy in something that's not sustainable. You cannot continue to do shows. If you get sick, you can't do shows. If you break a leg, you can't do shows. If you get too old, you can't do shows. On top of the point where it's going to come to a point in life where people just don't want to go to a Boosie show no more. It's not like you selling out arenas. You in little clubs in the South somewhere, bro. And that's cool. It'll last for a good amount of time until it don't.
So he was getting his show money and he was getting his Vladtv podcast money. And he was combining those two. Here's the thing. People want to say ownership is key. It's ownership, ownership, ownership. But that's not always the best way to make money. The reality is that there's companies out there that can monetize your videos better than yourself.
Now, honestly, I want to give a round of applause and a bomb drop for Vlad because he about to put Boosie on game. But I guarantee you Boosie's not going to listen to it until it's probably too late. Boosie's going to listen to this advice of what you're about to hear Vladtv say. He's probably going to listen to this advice after he already fell off, after his shows aren't getting booked no more, his bills start piling up, and he's like, oh shit, I got to do something. Because that's most people in the world, unfortunately, they got to learn the hard way, bro. People don't, but if I was Vlad, I wouldn't be trying to get that nigga no sauce, and I damn sure wouldn't have bought his motherfucking Patreon for no $6. I wouldn't have did that if I was Vlad. You want to play with me and try to big boy me and try to little boy me? Okay, cool. But listen to the sauce that Vlad about to drop on this nigga.
Take the Vladtv podcast. Take the Say Cheese podcast. Go to a bunch of other podcasts that are spending different types of money. You could probably make $100,000 a month just doing podcasts. That's $1.2 million a year. Take that $1.2 million a year and invest it in some high quality stocks.
And that's just the simplest sauce you could ever think of in your life. Because one thing about Boosie is he's very entertaining. He's very popular. People love to watch him. People love to hear him talk. People love to hear his opinion, what he gonna say. There's no reason why Charleston White should be running around here going interview the podcast, podcast, making millions of dollars a year, doing the same thing that you could be doing. While you still, the same age, by the way, you still doing these little rinky-dink ass hole in the wall shows. And you come here talking about some the podcast needs you. No, if the podcast needed you, Boosie, then all of these podcasts would be falling off right now without you. But one thing I will tell y'all about content, it's never gonna be no content. Ever. I could make content about any fucking thing. I could cook, I could clean, I could get my hair cut, I could buy a new car. I could talk about you, Boosie. I can go shopping. I can get married. It's always going to be something for me to do or talk about that I can make content from and get paid, no matter what you talking about. It doesn't matter at all. It's never going to be a point in time where there's no content. Name me the last time you got on Instagram and the Shade Room didn't post something. Show me the last time you turned on ABC 7 News and they ain't reporting on nothing. Show me the last time where you went on Vladtv or Say Cheese and you ain't seen no video in months. It's never happened because it's always going to be content. So a podcast doesn't need anybody. The only thing a content creator needs is the platform. Only thing we need is YouTube, is Instagram, is Facebook, is TikTok, is Twitter. We only need the platforms. We just need some platform. But imagine me trying to create my own website and my own app where I put my own content out. How much fucking money you think I'm gonna make off that? I guarantee you it's gonna be a lot less than if I post my content on YouTube. I let YouTube take their little cut, but YouTube is gonna distribute my content to the point where it's so many people watching it that I'm gonna get so much money every day. It'll be stupid for me to try to make my own platform, my own website, my own version of YouTube. That's kind of like what Boosie trying to do. And then he did it it was so stupid. Honestly, it would have been a lot better if you would have just made your own YouTube channel and did your own interviews there. Because at least then you would have got hundreds of thousands of views. You would have got thousands of dollars from it at the very least. Maybe you crack 1 million and you get 10,000 off of it. Maybe 15,000. Because it's a long video. You know what I'm saying? Well, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I think Boosie just I think he's just arrogant and his ego is just like too high, and I think he'll feel stupid if he turned back now. So he just holding on to it, which is a very, very big mistake.